Great, so we apologize for getting started a little bit late. We're going to call this meeting to order at 7:13, and we're going to start with the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, looking for a motion to approve the agenda, but I believe we're going to move the administrator comments with Ms. Hill up to the top. So a motion to approve with the amendment.
Motion to approve the agenda is amended.
Second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Aye. And the approval of the open session minutes from December 7th, 2015.
Motion to approve the open session minutes from December 2015.
December 7th, 2015?
Yes.
Okay. Second? Any discussion?
I had a few corrections, one being that Kelly took minutes, not Lori.
Oh, okay.
And I sent those out today.
Yes,
I
I
resent
saw
them
those.
today.
Great. Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay, so all those in favor? Aye. Okay, so those carry. So we're going to go straight to administrator comments, so we don't keep the Lego Robotics team any further.
Okay, well, we have Ann Meyer, principal of Misco Hill Middle School, here with a lot of very, very smart, very impressive students who are part of our robotics team. So, Mrs. Meyer.
Well, thank you very much for moving us up. We just had a little pizza party and some cookies, so I think
The insulin is about ready to kick in.
Ready to go?
So the Lego Robotics team is a team that we've had probably 8 or 9 years. Actually, Alicia Dumas was one of the founders of the Lego Robotics team. We were talking because before that, we both did Destination Imagination, and then Lego Robotics came about, and we kind of moved into that direction. It's a group of just parents that coach the teams. They get a certain task that they have to do, and they work for quite a while, and then they have competition in November. So it's, the kids are, this is how they are all the time. They're very excited, and there's a lot of activity, and they're very innovative, and they have a lot of ideas. And this year, it's a young group. We have a lot of 5th graders, some 6th, 7th, and 8th, but mostly 5th graders. And they did really well at the competition this year. They were a very focused group. They worked hard, and they worked very well together as teams, which is something that we really promote, and we're really proud of them for doing this year at Misco Hill. We have a bunch of, we have a main coach. Steve Taylor is the main coach, but he's got a lot of helpers. You can just give a little wave when I butcher your name. We have Kevin St. Jean is also one of the helpers. Sean Terrell is here as well. Morali Balacha is here as well. And Joe Langton, I don't think is here, but his wife is here. Mrs. Langton, one of our teachers. And Joe is going to tell us a little bit about, Steve is going to tell us a little bit about kind of the tasks and what the year looks like for them. Because they're on break right now, so the parents are having a little bit of a break.
A little bit of a break. We all need a little bit of a break. So our season for Misco Hill Robotics starts in March. We welcome in new members. So current 4th graders who will be coming to Misco next year can come and join, as well as students at Misco. The first Lego League is open to students ages 9 through 14, so basically middle school age students. We have a lot of this year's 5th graders. So we just opened this up last year to 4th graders coming into Misco. So we've got a sort of an influx of young team members, which is great, exciting, to build the program as we go on, continue on through the years. So we start in March. We meet through May. We stop for the busy spring sports season so that everybody can continue to participate in the spring sports. And then we start back up again when school starts in the fall. There's a challenge that's released in the fall where this year's theme was Trash Track. There's a robot game where they have to do certain tasks to earn points. There's a project that they have to do, a research project, where each of our 3 teams did a research project that they have to present to a series of judges at the competition. And then we also work on core values, how to work well together as a team, how to work well together with other teams, cooperate with other people, kind of learn some life skills that they can use later on in life, get an early start on some of those things that's not always an easy thing to teach. So we can do it in a fun and hopefully an exciting atmosphere.
So I really want to thank the coaches. Steve does an awful lot of work, and the helpers, the guys really do a fabulous job. It's an exhausting job. You really do get burnt out of coaching, like Destination Imagination or Lego Robotics, because you're teaching the whole time, and the kids really have to come up with their own solutions, so you have to kind of drive them toward a solution. And they've done a really fantastic job. I'm hoping all of our students stay for next year, especially our 5th graders and our 6th graders, because it's just going to make our team really strong. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to call up each team up. They each won an award, and they're going to tell us a little bit about why they won the award. So the first team is a very neat name, and they are the Turtle Rebellion. And they placed 2nd in teamwork. And they are, come on up guys, Chet Simpson, Miles St. Jean, Megan St. Jean, Tejas Valacha, Adam Dickey. Luke Lang is not here. He's on the team as well. So they have their award. Go ahead and show your award, guys. This is one of the posters that they made for the competition. And why don't you tell us why you think you won the award for teamwork?
Yeah, so we won the Teamwork Award for a couple of reasons. This is because one of the reasons is that we used everybody's input equally, and then put that into the final result, which was what we had to do. There was a challenge we had to do, which was we had 2 wooden blocks, and we had to make out of paper a connecting that did not touch the floor at all between the 2 and make it as long as possible. So yeah, we used everybody's equal input, and it worked.
Anybody else have anything to add? Good, nice job guys, thank you very much. Our next team, you can go ahead and sit down. Our next team are the Robo Rabbits, and they won 1st place in Innovative Solutions. And they consist of Alex Taylor, Ellie Dishington, Nick Bisutti, and Michael Gibbons. And I don't think Allie, oh no, we're all here. Okay, good. All right, so you tell us why you think that you won the 1st place in Innovative Solutions.
Okay, so
Nice and loud, okay?
okay, so when we worked together, we thought of a good idea about trash to use it to make something that we could all use in our lives. So we tried to make it work as fuel for your home, and our idea was pretty good. And I guess since it was different and creative, and they said when they announced this that we turned trash to treasure, that's kind of what we did. We took the trash, we made fuel out of it, and I guess that's a good idea. So I think that's why we won.
And they were that is one of the reasons why they did win, was because they were the only team that thought of using trash for energy, especially home energy, which was great. All right, nice job, guys. Thank you very much. And our last team are the Platy Puffs, and they consist of Emily Taylor, R.J. Langton, Chloe Terrell, Jacob Murray, and Owen Brigham, who is not here. And they won. It's an overall, it's a very important championship that they won. They won 3rd place in the Champions Award, so this was very important.
So the Champions Award is for the 4 overall categories which we did well in, which were robot game, robot design, core values, and teamwork. The project. Not the project.
And what was the design that you made? What was your challenge and then your design?
We had to come up with an innovative solution for recycling and trash. So we took our idea of making art and insulating out of cardboard. So you can not only just recycle cardboard, but you can do stuff with it, not just have it sit in a recycling bin.
You can make art, and also it's a home insulator.
Yes.
also the smell that is in the dump is usually like rotting paper, not like rotting food that you usually think of.
Nice job, guys. Nice job. Very good. So you can see the teams have worked really hard on this solution. They worked for quite a few months on it, and they did very well. And we're really proud. This is the first time we've won awards before, but this is the first time every single team won a first, second, or third place award. So we're very proud of them. So thank you for letting us present to you.
Thank you. All right, thank you. We're going to move on to community comments. Is there anyone from the community that would like to speak? Okay, hearing none, we're going to go over to Chris Bashara with student comments.
So I might not be as exciting as that, but I'll give it my best shot. The second annual STEM and Humanities Alumni Fair is scheduled for this Wednesday. Alumni will be a part of a panel presentation and be available for an informal setting to share their college and career experiences with current STEM and humanities scholars. This is the third year for the STEM program and the first year for the Humanities Scholars Program. These programs provide students a challenging program of study, coupled with skills for career and college readiness. As part of the program, students will have the chance to get career readiness training, attend a STEM career and college fair, participate in mock interviews, experience career shadowing, be a part of a research project, visit colleges and universities, and participate in community service related to their field of interest. The annual Worcester County Superintendents Association lunch is being held tomorrow. Superintendent Dr. Maruschek and Principal Clemens will accompany Senior Sarah Tong, not Chris Bashara, who is being honored as the current first-ranked student of the class of 2016. This annual lunch will be held at WPI. Guest speaker Kristen Tickenor, Senior VP for Enrollment, Marketing and Communications at WPI, will address the guests. Lunch will be served and scholars will be acknowledged. Last piece of news is Nimach Showcase is planned for January 12th. Current 8th grade students and their parents are invited to Nimach for the evening to gain greater insight into the opportunities available to students at Nimach. Nimach teachers and current students will present information in a fair setting to discuss current courses, one-to-one learning, athletics, extracurricular activities, showcase student work, and tour the facilities. And that's what's going on at Nimach. There's always something going on at Nimach. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Okay, moving right on to superintendent comments.
Okay, thank you. First off, as we start to get to the busy part of the school year with budget coming around and so on, just for your information, as I put in my background notes, we've got our kindergarten informational sessions coming up. We've decided to do informational nights as we usually do for both Clough and Memorial. The Clough one will be on the 27th of this month at 6 p.m. at Clough, and the Memorial will be on the 26th, also at 6 p.m. at Memorial. We're also doing at Memorial in the library an informational night for a Spanish immersion program. That'll be that'll be on January 14th. I know our SI parent outreach group has been fairly proactive in getting the word out to all the preschool programs in our communities. So we're looking forward to those coming up. Chris stole my thunder with regard to my second piece around the STEM and Humanities Alumni Fair. We're really looking forward to that. Like Chris said, it's this coming Wednesday. And I spoke to John Clements yesterday regarding it, and we're expecting a really good turnout of our recent alumni, students that are in STEM and humanities related careers as recent alumni, you know, in that 5 to 10 years out range, but also some college students as well. And then last but not least, I know back in November we talked about our Mcat Scores, and we had that fascinating presentation as it usually is. And I said because of the split this year with MCAS Park, the Department of Education was late in releasing its accountability information. So right before the holidays, we did get the accountability status. We are essentially where we've been over last year, where our 2 elementary schools and the high school are considered to be level 1 schools, which means meeting all of the targets, performance targets that the Department of Ed has established, and closing gaps between the various subgroups and the aggregate. And our middle school is a level 2 school, which refers to meeting the goals, however, not closing the gaps. I gave to you in your packet kind of a spreadsheet showing how does our district and how do our schools rank statewide. Keep in mind, as a district, we're considered to be a level 2 district because by the rules that the department has set forth, you get the classification of whatever your lowest school would be. I think it's important to have perspective with regard to this, and I say this every single year. 62% of districts statewide are level 2. A lot of our neighboring districts have level 2 and level 3 schools within them. You know, I think it's important that within all schools, you know, we have a culture of continuous improvement. But keep in mind, the middle school is our only school in which every single grade is tested. Keep in mind, at our high school, we're only testing 1 grade. At our elementary schools, we're testing only 2 grades. So realize there isn't the number of subgroups that there is at the middle school. So I think perspective is very, very important. But keep in mind, MCAS is one piece of the puzzle. It's an important piece because it is part of our accountability ratings, but it is only one measure. I think a significant piece of news that came out of this and something that we're remarkably proud of is the fact that Nimach has been recognized as a 2015 commendation school by the Department of Education. We're one of 44 schools statewide to have this recognition. I think there's a tremendous amount of pride that goes with that. You know, not to go over all of the specifics again of how our students did in performance, but I know when we gave this presentation, and I know when John Clements talks about it, something that he's particularly proud of is not only the high performance, and keep in mind, in all 3 tests, we've got a very high level of performance, well into the 90% proficient. But I think a credit to the staff, the teachers at Nimach is, if you look at the progression over the last 5 years, not only are our kids' proficiency rates increasing, but also the amount of kids moving into that highest category, the advanced. So what I did is, and keep in mind, the accountability ratings not only look at your most current year, they look at 5 years worth of data. So if you were to take the 2011 through 15 year worth of data, you see the progression. And again, 2011, the results were very, very good. This year, they were exemplary. 99% of our kids were proficient. But of that, 74% of them were advanced. Okay? Why is that happening? Because we've got amazing teachers in the ELA department, like Courtney Henry sitting over there, and throughout the district. You know, teachers that really are committed to a cycle of continuous improvement. Again, if you take a look again at the math overall, we're at 92% proficient, but again, you see that growth in the advanced area, and the same is true with our science results, with 93% proficient, but it comes out to be, I believe, about 50% are advanced. So tremendous work done by our staff and our leadership, tremendous performance by our students. So a really nice designation that's a credit to a lot of the great things happening district-wide and at Nimach.
Okay, do we have any subcommittee updates? I believe that we've met the subcommittees in
Some subcommittees meet.
Yeah, it's true, it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, yep, so hopefully by the next meeting we'll be updating in that area. Do we have any old business that needs attention? Okay, moving right along to new business.
So I believe we've got Kate
Yes.
and Amy here to talk about the Love Life, Do What's Right project that the two of you are spearheading, or at least Kate is spearheading,
Right.
kind of mentoring, right, Amy?
Yep, that's right.
So I'm a senior at Hopedale High School, and with my school we have an internship opportunity. And so I do that externally at Community Impact in Milford, and Amy is my mentor. And Community Impact kind of helps with people who are going through their own kind of addictions and everything. And once I've finished high school and college, I kind of want to be an addictions counselor. So this internship definitely helps me kind of realize that. And so with my internship, because I can't sit in on individual sessions, I'm working on a project called Love Life, Do What's Right. And the goal of that is to kind of raise awareness of underage drinking and substance abuse in teenagers, because a lot of kids are into that and they don't really know what's going to happen to them down the road and everything. And I've lost a friend to it and everything, and I know how hard it is. So I kind of want to prevent that for everyone else, because who wants to go through that? So what I've done so far, in October, I held a dress drive donation, and a lot of people from neighboring towns came to my school's parking lot, and they gave us some old prom dresses, bridesmaids dresses, any kind of fancy dress. We ended up collecting about 150 dresses in total, and they're still coming in. And then these dresses are going to be used in a fashion show that I'm holding in March, and I'm asking high school students, girls, to participate in my show, and they'll be wearing the dresses that were donated in the fashion show, and we'll obviously be giving information about underage drinking and substance abuse and all of that, so students are more aware of it, because they really aren't that aware, and also it'll open parents' minds to it as well. So that event is on March 4th, 2016, and it's a Friday night from 7 to 9, so if you're interested, you can swing by. And so I'm really just asking that we just spread the word of my event, because it's a big thing, and I feel like a lot of people need to be more aware of what's going on. So I'm currently looking for models to be in my show, any age in high school girls. So if you know anyone, spread the word of that too. I have a Facebook page called Love Life Do What's Right, and I'm also on Twitter. It's at Love Life Event 3. So if you want to follow that, I tweet out a lot of information, put a lot of information on the Facebook page as well about upcoming dates and just overall things that I'm trying to do. So that's pretty much a general gist. Just hoping to get some more awareness for my project, because I think it's a good thing.
That's great.
Yeah.
So are you looking to enlist, Nimach students,
Yeah,
along with Hopedale students, Milford High
I'm asking
students?
Hopedale, Milford, Nipmuc, BBT, and Bellingham students. Other schools are definitely welcome to it, but I'm kind of focusing on the main 5 because they're closest to Hopedale.
Sure.
So I don't really want people from far away trying to go out of their way.
Sure.
And they're also part of our coalition, the Juvenile
Yep.
Advocacy Group for the 5 communities. So that's why we kind of wanted to spread the word through all of those communities as well to, just get the biggest impact, because we know that it's so hard, that progression. When Katie started on her internship, I gave her the Metro West statistics over from 9th to 12th grade so that she could see the progression of substance abuse. And I just said, here you go, what are you going to do about it? What can we do to make kids aware that the progression rises, it quadruples by the time they get to 12th grade. So what are we going to do to educate people in a more preventative way? And she came up with a fashion show. So it's been amazing. She's done so much. I can't even tell you how much she's done. I mean, every event that Hopedale had was even like the Thanksgiving drive. Everything we had like little snacks that had a positive message. They had a cotillion and she made bathroom baskets. So like everything had Band-Aids, had like little positive messages, so everybody was seeing them. And it's been nice to walk into the area high schools and see the posters that she's had, you know, kind of like, you know, Models Wanted or Dress Drive. It's been so nice to see that collaboration and the network and everything. So, I mean, hopefully, I know that there is like the Twitter page or something, but even like we had talked about, community service is a big thing for many of the kids when they're graduating. And is that something that to get kids involved, can we offer them some type of community service by helping us spread the word and being involved in, you know, setting up or even, you know, being part of the event if they want to do that. I mean, we've talked about that, and the community impact, and JAG is willing to do that. If kids, you know, that's what's going to get people involved and get them aware of what's going on, we're willing to give them some community service for that too. So whatever we can do, we're open to anything, but just getting more kids involved and just increasing awareness.
Kate, the night of the fashion show, what kinds of things are you going to do to kind of get the message out there? Like what, I mean, obviously you'll have your models on stage, but what other things?
We're also going to have a table of kind of pamphlets kind of things, and we're obviously going to give speeches as well. Amy will definitely say something, and I'll say something as well. Just kind of raising people's awareness of everything and letting them know the actual statistics, because I personally feel a lot of students, they just think like, oh, this person does it, whatever, I'll just do it too, but they don't realize that they're contributing to the amount of numbers, and that eventually something could happen accidentally and then have to end up paying for it for the rest of their lives and their friends and families for the rest of their lives as well. So we're going to try to, hopefully someone can realize that what they're doing is wrong, or they can go to help a friend too, because that's really just my big thing, just help.
And I think the importance too is, you know, getting those messages across throughout the whole night, or even, you know, and that's why we've kind of done it throughout the whole year, because one night, you know, that one-shot deal isn't going to make that difference. So really sending that messaging. Kate has done a great job sending the message all year about, you know, it sometimes is seen, or substance use is seen as a solution to a bigger problem. And so getting people to understand the underlying problems before they turn into a solution dealing with drugs and alcohol. So that's a lot of where we're doing, you know, love life, do what's right, and make those right choices, and think positive, and reach out for help and support. And really that's the underlying message to stop that progression from happening. So.
Well, you have my email.
Yes.
And anything that you want to send out to our families, please get off to me. We can send it out. We have a system known as Blackboard Connect to send out any type of you know, flyers or anything of that sort. Plus, we have a fairly robust social media presence. We have a Facebook, Twitter page for the district. We'd be more than happy to also get the word out.
That would be
as
great.
well.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. All right, do we have any correspondences? Okay, any other matters not anticipated by the committee within 48 hours of the posted meeting? Okay, so our future agenda items include setting school committee goals on January 24th, the approval of the 2016-17 MERS-D school calendar also on the 24th, and Golden Apple Awards on the 24th as well. On February 8th, we'll have a MERS-D first pass on the FY17 budget, and also the superintendent's mid-cycle review on February 8th as well. We are going to go into executive session, so we'll need a motion.
Make a motion that we take a roll call vote to executive session pursuant to IMGL Chapter 30, Chapter 30A, Section 21A, Exemption Number 3, to discuss discuss strategy with regard to collective bargaining with the Mendon-Upton Regional Teachers Association, because doing so in open meeting would have a detrimental effect on the bargaining position of the committee. The committee will not be returning to open session. So,
For a second. Okay, any discussion? Okay, all those in favor will do a roll call vote starting with you, Mayor.
Lee Martin, aye.
Anna Jingo, aye. Diane Duncan, aye.
Who's Kelly?
Okay, so it passes unanimously at 7:44. We are adjourning to an executive session.